China. Business travel in China. Total area square miles of China encompasses 3.7 million miles. Some neighbors of China include Mongolia and Russia to the north, India to the south, as well as Vietnam, Laos, Thailand. To the east is North Korea and South Korea. A few facts about China. Population as of 2011 was over 1.3 billion people. Estimates as of it's projected that by 2015 there would be over 1.5 billion people. Capital city of China is Beijing. Population, Beijing is 12.2 million people. Some of the largest cities in China encompass Shanghai, which is 16.5 million, Chongqing at 9.4 million, and Guangzhou at 8.8 million. The monetary unit used while in China is the yuan. Some geography while in China is greater part of the country is mostly mountainous. Some of the principal mountain ranges include the Tian Shan, the Kunlun chain, and the Trans-Himalayan Mountains. As you can see here, some of the beauty of China, the Great Wall. Some more geography. Some of the river systems in China consist of three great river systems. The Yellow River, which is known as the Huanghe, is 2,109 miles long. The Yangtze River, known as the Qiangjiang, is also the third largest river in the world, which encompasses 2,432 miles long. And the Pearl River is the Zhejiang at 848 miles long. Some of the beautiful countryside there. Some of the language spoken in China. The primary language while spoken in China is Mandarin. That is the main dialect. Other languages spoken in China are Cantonese, Shanghainese, Fuzhou, Hokkien Taiwanese, Zhang, Gan, and the Hakka dialects. The ethnicity and race in China. 91.5% of the population consists of the Han Chinese. 8.5% also consist of the Mongols, the Korean, Tibetans, as well as other nationalities. The religion in China is officially atheist. However, 3 to 4% of the population is also Taoist, Buddhist, or Christian, and 1.2% encompasses the Muslim population. That's of 2011. Economic summary. As of 2011, the gross domestic product into China is $10.9 trillion. That's per capita of $7,600. The growth rate is at 10.3%, with an inflation at 3.2%. Imports in China. Imports equate to $1.3 trillion. That's machinery and equipment, oil and mineral fuels, some plastics, optical and medical equipment, organic chemicals, iron, and steel. Some exports in China equate to $1.5 trillion. Machinery and equipment are primary exports. Plastics, optical and medical equipment, iron, and steel. The major trading partners in with China are the United States, Hong Kong, Japan, South Korea, Germany, and Australia. Little business etiquette while in China. Conservative dress and appearance is of utmost importance. It is also very important to be on time for your meeting. It is considered very rude to be late for your meeting. It is imperative that you're early for your meeting. Take plenty of business cards and present appropriately. It is very rude to accept a business card from your client or your customer and shove it in your pocket or in your back pocket. Admire the business card and stick it in your top breast pocket. That is shows utmost respect. A gift is also customary when visiting for the first time. If this is your first time in China, especially visiting with your customer for the first time, a gift would be nice. It is also customary to give the gift to the head principal at the meeting. This could consist of a very nice pen engraved with your company name or a very nice business gift of the sort. A little meeting etiquette. As I mentioned, present your business card appropriately. That is face forward. On your business card, showing your title first with two hands and present appropriately. Present your gift in the same fashion. Also, the meeting begins over tea. It is not polite to discuss business over tea. Use this time to get to know your customer a little better, more personally. It's a time to broaden your relationship with your customer before your actual meeting begins. And I always suggest to avoid talking politics with your customer or while in China. They are a communist country, and they are very serious about their politics in China. Dining etiquette. It is not uncommon that you would see dishes like this, especially if your host is treating you to a traditional dinner in China. So a little dining etiquette when dining like this. Number one, do not lay chopsticks across your bowl. It is considered bad luck to lay your chopsticks across your bowl. Wait for your host to sit first. Do not eat until your host has made a toast and begun to eat. It's very customary for your host to welcome you to China, and he wants to be the most gracious host and honor you with the toast. Do not discuss business at the table. This is you discuss your business at the previous meeting. This is a follow-up to get to know your customer on a more personal basis, and this allows your client or your factory to entertain you and introduce you to his country. And it's also polite to leave a small amount of food on your plate and a small amount of tea in your cup. What this says to your host is that you had plenty to eat and you had plenty to drink, and he fed you nicely. But don't worry, there's always McDonald's. Your stay while in China is there's Western-style hotels available, such as the Holiday Inn chains, your Hilton chains. These hotels will have a Western-speaking or English-speaking staff available to help you, and concierge to help you guide you around the city. As far as transportation, taxis and trains are the best mode of transportation while you're in China. However, it is going to be very difficult to find an English-speaking taxi driver or help at a train station. If you're going to be traveling alone, it would be best to possibly have note cards with you with your destinations written on cards in Chinese to help you get to your destination, or maybe hire an interpreter. It's also polite to ask your factory with help to get to certain destinations, and they're usually most gracious to do so, or maybe provide you with an interpreter to get you to the city. Places to eat in China, other than the local ethnic cuisine, if you're not up to that type of dining, there's always McDonald's, as I mentioned. Cities like Beijing, Shanghai, your larger cities will always have a food chain that you're probably familiar with here in America. Summary on China. It's a very forward-thinking and very technology-driven city. As you see from the skyline, their architecture is something of a pride to them. And it's a very traditional city as well. Although it is a